Per reports, the Pittsburgh Steelers just attempted to trade for a 6'5", 246-pound monster at quarterback from the New England Patriots. Also, this is your latest update on Aaron Rodgers and all the draft news you need to know at the quarterback position. But first, before I get more into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also like this video. Now, let's get right back into it. So, per a report by Jordan Schultz, he says that the Pittsburgh Steelers attempted a trade for New England Patriots quarterback Joe Milton III. He said that based off his understanding, Joe Milton became available at the start of the offseason, and teams that showed interest included the Raiders, the Eagles, the Giants, the Steelers, and the Cowboys. He said that the Patriots had better offers for Milton, but chose to send him to the team that he preferred, out of respect for him, per source. So, when looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers' interest in Joe Milton III, apparently they had some interest in him. But did they put in a trade for him? Well, they could have, because they're still looking for a quarterback, and he would be a low-risk option. He just got traded to the Dallas Cowboys for basically a 5th-round draft pick, but they also gave up a 7th-round draft pick and Joe Milton to the Cowboys. So he went for basically nothing. And that's a low-risk deal that the Steelers probably would have took a swing on. But you have to remember that the Steelers and the Patriots used to be rivals, and they don't really do business together. And the Patriots aren't going to trade a player they believe can be good to a team like the Steelers to help them and try to make them better. No, that's not what they're going to do. The only time the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Patriots do business is when looking at when the Steelers traded up for Broderick Jones. And the only reason they allowed that to happen was because the Pittsburgh Steelers sabotaged the New York Jets, who's in the Patriots division. The Jets were going to select Broderick Jones. They let Steelers jump the Jets to draft Jones instead. So that's the only time the Steelers and the Patriots are going to do business. The Patriots are a team that doesn't do business with teams, especially their rivals. And you could expect that the Steelers probably made a trade offer, but the Patriots didn't want to accept it. So, when you look at Joe Milton III, he's a big guy, 6'5", 256 pounds, and a monster. He would be a Justin Fields replacement and kind of be the quarterback that you're going to take a chance on and see what he could do and develop him. He would be that type of quarterback. And he's very athletic. He has some strong arm with a cannon for an arm. His accuracy and anticipation is all over the place. But you're going to take a chance on a guy. And a 5th-round draft pick or whatever the Steelers would have given up is going to be worth it in terms of what he could do if he gets everything together. But anyway, the trade doesn't happen. The Pittsburgh Steelers showed interest in him, but the Patriots obviously decided to do otherwise. When looking at the Patriots' decisions over the years to trade players, they've usually took the route of trading players to the team that they actually want to go to. For example, you look at Matthew Judon. When he left the Patriots and got traded, he went for a 3rd-round draft pick. But the thing is, though, the Patriots probably could have got way more for him than just a 3rd-round draft pick if they sent him to a team that he didn't want to go to and a team that wanted to give up more for him. But no, they respected what Matthew Judon wanted, sent him to the team that he wanted to go to, and got a lower draft pick because of it. So that's just how the Patriots do business, and they do business like that once again with Joe Milton, sent him to the Dallas Cowboys, in which it was a team that he wanted to go to. You look at Milton, he was selected in the 6th round of the draft, so the Patriots essentially get back a better draft pick than what they actually spent on him years back, so I guess that's good. They didn't want to have him, I guess, with Drake May. They probably wanted to have a veteran behind Drake May instead, not 2 young guys, and Milton is now out of there. Let's see how he does on the Cowboys. But the Pittsburgh Steelers showed interest in him, per Schultz. Now, let's move over to the next topic of this video. Let's just look at the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback situation in general. Heading into the draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers are bringing some players in for pre-draft visits who could go round 1 and early in round 1, but Adam Schefter says that doesn't matter. The Pittsburgh Steelers, he believes, would only take 1 quarterback in the 1st round of this year's draft, and that is Sanders. He says, and I quote, I was of the mind that Pittsburgh was not taking a quarterback in round 1. I think the only quarterback that they would consider, me reading between the lines, would be Shedeur Sanders. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though they're bringing in everyone else, Adam Schefter, the top ESPN insider reporter, says that Sanders would be the only guy that they would actually consider taking round 1. And that's if he falls, which he's not expected to fall to pick number 21. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers, looking at their quarterback situation from the outside now of free agency, let's get a little update on Aaron Rodgers. Because we all seen Big Ben's comments about Aaron Rodgers potentially holding out and not signing a deal with the Steelers because he's still waiting on the Minnesota Vikings. And Ian Rappaport talked about that. He went on Insider's report to say that as far as Roethlisberger's comments, he said a lot of things here that are not entirely wrong. But he doesn't believe that Aaron Rodgers is waiting on Minnesota Vikings right now because he's had enough conversations with his good buddy Kevin O'Connell to know that the Vikings are looking at J.J. McCarthy as their starting quarterback. And if somehow, some way, something terrible were to happen where this is not the case, it's not going to come now. If anything happens, it would be in training camp, and the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers aren't going to wait that long. They're not going to wait into training camp to get a deal done. So, in Rappaport, he gave an update on Aaron Rodgers and his situation in Pittsburgh, and basically saying that Big Ben's comments are somewhat accurate, but it's not going to wait that long. So, I know you guys are probably tired of hearing everything about the Steelers quarterback situation. It's been this whole offseason, but until Steelers get someone who you know is going to be the starter for this upcoming season, then it's never going to end. The talk will still always be going on. The rumors are still going to be swirling out there. And just to kind of recap this video, you look at Joe Milton. Would he have been a good prospect for the Steelers to give the starting job to and have him come in and see what he could do? Yes. Would he have had the job right away over Mason Rudolph? Probably not. Would he have been someone who probably sat a little bit and until Mason Rudolph played bad, then he could come in? That's probably what would have happened. He probably would not have got the job right away. Just like Justin Fields. He was the same kind of way. They signed Russell Wilson, a veteran, and had Justin Fields sit. And then an injury happened, Justin Fields came and played. So he's kind of on the same path as Justin Fields as a type of player in terms of his athleticism, run first type of guy. So Joe Milton, would he have been good to see him as a prospect for the Steelers? Yes. But that doesn't happen. And now you look at Shedeur Sanders. You look at Jackson Dart in the draft. They just brought him in for a pre-draft visit. Will those guys be a future franchise quarterback for the Steelers? Would those be a guy? Would one of those guys be one of the top guys in the NFL? They could lead the Steelers to a Super Bowl or lead them back to relevancy in the playoffs. So you have to look at that and see if they're capable of doing that. The Steelers are bringing these guys in. Maybe they're capable. Maybe they're not. Is Shedeur Sanders, like Adam Schefter said, the guy the Pittsburgh Steelers are eyeing in the draft? We're going to have to wait and see. Would he be a good quarterback? Yes, he's very athletic, but he doesn't use his athleticism. He's a guy who wants to stay in the pocket first, wants to make the throw first, and then if he needs to, he will escape. And that's what better quarterbacks do. So he is a top tier player because of that. And he's very accurate and things like that nature. Now, Aaron Rodgers, going to that topic. The reason why all these other quarterbacks are in play is because Aaron Rodgers didn't sign yet. If Aaron Rodgers was on the team, then the Steelers don't have to look into the draft, don't have to look into trades. They would have their quarterback for this season and could put that quarterback talk to rest for this year, for this season, and bring it back next season when his 1-year contract is over and he more than likely retires or goes to a different team. So Aaron Rodgers is the cause of all this quarterback drama in Pittsburgh in terms of Steelers looking at outside options. But if he signs, then it all comes to rest. Is he the best option? Maybe. But at the same time, he's still 42 years old or whatever he is. So he's still not the quarterback he used to be. But is he your best option for this season? Potentially, yeah. Because everyone else is gone now. Would he have been a better option over Justin Fields? Probably not. But now he's the only one left. And you have to wait and see what he could do. Anyway, that's the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback update. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on the Pittsburgh Steelers having interest per reports on Joe Milton III. Would you have wanted him in Pittsburgh? Would you have wanted Pittsburgh to take take a chance on him and see what he could do. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on Ian Rappaport talking about Aaron Rodgers and how he's not waiting out in Minnesota no more. It's only the Steelers. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Shedeur Sanders being the only player the Pittsburgh Steelers would take in round 1 per Adam Schefter. So, that's the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis, reports. Everything surrounding the Steelers I covered, so stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe. Until the next video, I'll see you guys all later. I'm out. Peace.